I have some information about VA handbooks, mortgages, healthcare benefits from the VA, Veterans Administration. This is a federal benefits book, handbook. You can get it from the VA hospital, Health and Human Services Agency for your California. I know you can get one in San Diego. This is a state version. You can get it from, I didn't see it at the VA hospital, but I know you can get it from the Health and Human Services Agency. I'm pretty sure the VA hospital would have one. I've asked everybody and their mom. I've asked about 150 people, literally, the same question. And mortgage people, real estate brokers, loan processors, bankers, nobody knows the answers to my question. For VA home loans, after 9/7/1980, you need 24 months. That's 2 years. I think it's peacetime and wartime. Before 9/7/1980, it's 1 day. Now, people want to tell you to go read a book where it's a hypothetical question. It's not really a hypothetical question because a million other people have tried to get the same benefits. There's probably 10,000 hypothetical examples. I call them examples because they're not really hypotheticals. They'll tell you to go to page 1 of the VA handbook, but it doesn't answer every question. Because I am almost the ones that thinks to ask questions and no one else thinks to ask. Now it says general eligibility for most VA benefits is based on my discharge from active duty service under other than on dishonorable conditions. Active duty service means full-time service other than active duty for training as a member of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard as commissioned officer of the Public Health Service, Environmental Science Services Administration, or National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Now that's NOAA. It precedes the Coast Guard and Geological Survey. Dishonorable and bad conduct discharges issued by general courts may bar VA benefits. Veterans in prison may contact VA to determine eligibility. VA benefits will not provide any veterans with dependent warrant for outstanding felony warrant. There's a lot of little protocols, a lot of different rules for these things. What I would, if it were up to me, just make it a lot more simple instead of having to go through all this. Actually, it's supposed to be page 1. Chapter 1. VA operates the nation's largest healthcare system with more than 1,500 sites of care, including hospital, community living centers, asylum service, readjustment, counseling centers, and various other facilities. For additional information on VA healthcare, visit blah blah blah. Basic eligibility: a person who served in the active military, naval, or air service and who was discharged or released under conditions other than dishonorable may qualify for VA healthcare benefits. Reservists and National Guard members may also qualify for VA healthcare benefits if they were called active duty other than training on by federal order and completed the full period for which they were called or ordered to active duty. Minimum duty requirements. Now this is the book, but the book doesn't answer every question. As I pointed out earlier, veterans who enlisted after September 7, 1980 or entered active duty after October 16 must have served 24 continuous months or the full period of which they were called to active duty in order to be eligible. This minimum duty requirement may not apply to veterans discharged for hardship, early out, or disability incurred or aggravated in line of duty. Now, this applies for the hospital benefits too. Now, I've talked to about 5 different people, and I got some snotty elitists that were very petty, rude, crude dude, and they didn't have the temperament to be dealing with people. I'm not saying I'm the greatest and the latest because I'm a veteran. I'm a humble person. But all I want is a straight answer. One, that they'll tell you they won't answer hypothetical questions. 2, they'll direct you to a book to read. And 3, they'll be short with you and tell you, I'm not going to sit here and answer every question. I say, well, if it depends, they always say it depends. Well, if it depends, give me an example, 5 examples. If there's too many examples, like 100 examples, give me 5 or 4. Like after 180 days, supposedly, you have to be in a combat zone. If you're called from Title 10 Reserve, that's from the executive order in the United States. If you're in active reserve, you first have to be called into active reserve, and then you get into the combat area. It's just another step, but it's the same. You need to have 180 days of that, and also I wrote down earlier. The 6 years, there's a 6-year point statement. Every year you report for a drill, at least you have to show 1 point called. Now I'm not entirely sure what the point the 6-year was, but what that was for. But there's also the number you call is 1-888-869-0194, extension 3048, to get this cleared up, questions. And then extension 3080 is the defaults and foreclosures, and they don't really have the answers to these benefits questions. They deal with defaults and foreclosures. There's a public relations person named Monica Cabrera. Is 602-627-2735 is her number. So I hope this helps some veterans out. I've seen a lot of bad apples when I was in the United States Navy, and I'm not the typical veteran. I'm very unique. I don't really say, oh, well, just because you serve means I'm going to have to kiss your butt and you're better than me. Because it depends on what you've done. You know, if you're going to act like you're better than somebody else, then I'm not going to show a veteran respect. Because you should have some humility and not try to, flaunt it. That's what I'm trying to say. So I just got some more information. The 6 years was selected reserve. About the point statement, you have at least 1 point for every year. And for the Army, Air, National Guard, you might need NGB Form 22 filled out. But as usual, if you can type on Google and put 6-year point statement, you'll find websites like veteranstoday.com and a PDF from the VA, Veterans Administration. So, okay, thank you.